For the Marlow Outlaws tonight, number 14, Robbie Birch, a senior, 6 foot, 170-pounder. At the fullback, before we get into these various halfbacks out of the wishbone set, you're familiar with that. Number 27, Jason Grantham, senior, 6'1", 175-pounder. He'll be at fullback. Then number 33, Matt Elroy, sophomore. The other poles got Frederick 2 and Marlow 3. By the captains for Frederick, 78 is Baker, 77 Lack. Number 20 is, that'll be Chad Floyd, and number 14 is Jay McCullough. For the Outlaws, number 88 will be one of the co-captains. That's Brandon Allen. And number 65, the other co-captain for the Marlow Outlaws tonight. And that is Jeremy Nolan, the young man that'll be the other co-captain for the Marlow Outlaws. We're about to have the toss of the coin as they're meeting in the center of the field at this time. We'll start with the Frederick Bomber offensive front for you first off, and give you some guys that's going to play a lot tonight. That's the best way to do it because there's so many guys that's in and out of this ball game for Frederick each week. We have to list down about 15, 16, 17 guys that are in the ball game. Coach Jones very liberal with his substitutions, 3 and 4 different players at a time coming on the field. They've had the toss of the coin. Marlow Outlaws will defend the north goal and receive. Frederick's going to kick off and defend the south goal. So right now, I don't know the schedule on the front that's supposed to come through, but right now, the wind kind of out of a light northerly direction. It will not be much of a factor at this time. Of course, if it picks up like they say it might, it could be a factor a little bit later on, but really not a factor at this time. Marlow will get the football and what wind there is to their back. They'll travel from left statistics tonight in place of John Stevens as the Frederick Bombers get ready to make their entryway across the way to a real fired up and tremendous booster club line. Here come the Frederick Bombers out on the field at this time. The folks that's going to be in the ball game tonight, let's just start at the top and we'll go through all of them because a bunch of them will play. Number 1, Ryan Ben, a junior, 6'1", 185-pounder. We know that he will start at tailback. And one of the wideouts will be number 11, Greg Hilburn. He'll start, junior, 6 foot, 150-pounder. We know that Jay McCullough will start at the quarterback position. Number 14, as he's done all year long, the 6'2", 175-pound senior. Then the guys that'll be in the fullback position tonight, number 20 is Chad Floyd, a senior at 5'8", 145-pounder, and Kevin Isham, number 21. These guys will alternate at the fullback position. Also tonight, and then Daniel Lax will be at the other guard. He'll also be in the backfield tonight there when they get in their power set. Number 77, Daniel Lax, senior, 6'1", 225 pounds. Another wideout tonight, number 82, Todd Mattoon, as the football is teed up by Ryan Ben. Get these other two for you real quick. Todd Mattoon, number 82, a senior, 5'10", 155-pounder. At tight end, number 85, Cliff Ballard, senior, 6'2", 245-pounder. There's the referee's whistle. We've got the opening kickoff. Good evening. It's Bomber football action coming your way. Short kick by Ryan Ben, fielded at the 15-20, and we'll get back to about the 27-yard line. Kevin Isham on the hit, along with, I believe that's number 78 for the Frederick Bombers. Boy, those white jerseys. One of these days, we're going to buy some new jerseys, right, Coach Hagee? No? On the tackle. Anyway, 1st and 10 for the Marlow Outlaws. Ball on their own 28-yard line. Come out, wishbone set. They break the bone. They'll option to the left, run, fumbled almost, and then hit and dropped out of bounds at the 26-yard line. So a loss on that play. Good pursuit by Chad Floyd and also Lax. They pitched to number 33. That's Matt Elroy, as he was sweeping around the left-hand side and ran the option left and pitched it, and he almost fumbled it, gained control of it, and then was bumped out of bounds. Loss of 2 will bring up 2nd down, 12 yards needed. Now they've got the straight wishbone set for the Marlow Outlaws. They will fumble at the snap from center, and I believe the quarterback fell on it. That is Robbie Birch, the young man who's quarterbacking tonight for Marlow. Fell on it for the Outlaws. It'll bring up 3rd down and still about 12. Let's make it 13 yards needed now for the Outlaws. They've lost yardage. Ball back to the 26-yard line. They'll break their bone again. They've got one running back this time, wing on the left for the Marlow Outlaws. Wideouts to the other side. They will fake, pitch, and try to run the sweep to 19, Newby, and he's dropped way back at the 20-yard line. Boy, good pursuit that time by 3 white-shirted Bombers. One of them is Lax, number 7. That's Donald Lax. Boy, they really read that one well. Chad Floyd also there with the coverage for the Frederick Bombers. They went a reverse action with Newby, and he was dropped way back at the 20-yard line. So it brings up 4th down, about 20 yards needed. Standing back deep for the Frederick Bombers is Thomas Gayton, and Todd Mattoon snaps his back in good shape. He'll punt away, kick away. Whoa, what a kick. Fielded at the 30, 35, and will be tackled at the 39-yard line. Gayton went back, fielded that one over his shoulder, and returned it to the Frederick Bomber 39-yard line. That was a tremendous kick. That time for the Marlow Outlaws, a 45-yard spiraling kick. Boy, that's a nice kick, Coach Hayes. Got wide outs to both sides, tied in on the left, split backfield. McCullough at quarterback. They're on 39-yard line. They'll turn, give to Ryan Ben. He'll lean maybe to the 42. All kinds of blue shirts surrounded Ryan Ben, and the young man down at the bottom of the pile is number 27 for the Outlaws, Jason Graham, young man on the tackle. Now, Hilburn and Miles Hilburn out wide to the right. They've got Miles Smith split out wide to the left. Bombers face 2nd down, about 7. They picked up 3 on 1st down. McCullough will turn, give to Kevin Isham. Kevin Isham will slash across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. Good, tough running by the fine sophomore fullback for the Frederick Bombers. He got out to the Frederick Bomber 46-yard line near the 47, 49. It's about 2.5 yards. Actually, we'll round it off and call it 3, though. 3rd down situation for the Frederick Bombers. Their first possession. Everything's been on the ground. McCullough will roll out to run or pass. Those, it's complete to number 11, Hilburn, to the Outlaw 43-yard line. That was just a straight rollout pass by Jay McCullough. He hit Greg Hilburn right in the numbers. Hilburn went down to his knees to field it. 1st and 10 for the Frederick Bombers at the Outlaw 43-yard line. Nice pass from McCullough as he was back across his body, threw a strike to Greg Hilburn. 1st and 10, wide out, split out wide to both sides again. This time they will option, now pitch to Isham, trying to get to the corner, and is dropped. Good pursuit that time by the Outlaws. Drops to Isham back at the 44. They tried to go option to the right that time, and good pursuit and all kinds of blue jerseys around it. Bring up 2nd down 11 as Isham lost about a yard. That was Gayton's going to be split out wide to the right. Full house backfield for the Frederick Bombers. They'll turn, they'll give to Ryan Ben, and Ryan is hit and dropped. Again, that was Newby that come from the right-hand side. He lined up at defensive end, come untouched. Ryan Ben got the handoff, took about 2 steps, and was hit by Newby. Good play by Josh Newby. Marlow Outlaw 43-yard line. In that full house backfield, and boy, they gang up on this side, the Outlaws do. They got all kinds of folks around it, and legal procedure, I believe, is going to be called before the play ever gets underway. Dead ball foul, illegal procedure against the Frederick Bombers. That'll cost the Bombers 5 and move it back from the 43 to the 48-yard line. And it'll bring up 3rd down and about 14 yards traded across that offensive front. Bombers with wideouts to the bottom side of the field. Here will be McCullough. Rollout throws. It is complete to Gayton, and Gayton will hustle to the 35-yard line. He's going to be about 2 yards short of a 1st down. That was McCullough to Gayton. He got to the 35-yard line, so the Bombers will face 4th down and just about 2 yards needed for that 1st down. Down in Outlaw territory, so they're in 4-down territory, and the Bombers going to take a timeout. There's no score. Marlow nothing, Frederick nothing. Let's take time in for this message. We'll be right back to Outlaw Stadium in a moment. Does the job well. 4th down and 2 yards needed for the Frederick Bombers. They're at the Outlaw 35-yard line. Big down for the Outlaw defense. Big down for the Bomber offense early in this quarter. McCullough will roll out. Got a little running room. He can turn upfield, has the 1st down, and he'll get some more as he goes down the sidelines and finally run out of bounds inside the 25 near the 22-yard line. That was McCullough, and McCullough ran wide right that time, sweeping around the right-hand side, and had a chance to cut up in the crease a little earlier. Didn't do it the way as He's asking the Bombers to move back, and there's all kinds of folks over there. They're trying to move back as much as they possibly can. Bombers have it 1st and 10. We'll mark it for you inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Outlaw 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Frederick Bombers. This is their opening possession. Went to a 4th down that time and picked it up on a nice run by McCullough. This will be Ryan Ben. Handoff cuts outside. Ryan Ben will stumble inside the 15-yard line let's see if they stepped out of bounds for that. Carried from about the 24 to about the 16 or 17. So give him a gain of 7. He'll got to get just inside the 15 for a 1st down. All right, McCullough will give fake by McCullough to Isham, and McCullough cuts up in the crease at the 15, at the 10, at the 5-yard line goes Jay McCullough. Boy, he faked me out again this week, folks, as he rode Kevin Isham all the way into the line of scrimmage. Then all of a sudden, number 14 jerks it away, and very last second jerked it away and cut up in the crease and carried to the 6. So it'll be 1st and goal to go for the Frederick Bombers at the Marlow Outlaw 6-yard line. Turn, give to Ryan Ben. Ryan will squirt inside the 5 to maybe the 4-yard line. Number 71 gets up for the Outlaws. That is Scott Anderson, 6'2", 255-pound defensive tackle. Grabbed Ryan Ben that time. And it's just inside the 5. Give him a yard gain. He'll bring up 2nd down, goal to go. Ballard on the right. Bombers a 2nd and goal to go for the Outlaw 5. They'll give. And I believe that was Lax?
Lax, I believe.
I believe it was too. Yeah, number 77, Lax, carried over the left-hand side, all 240 pounds of him. They take him from guard in their strong set and put him at the fullback in this strong set. And then they down at once, and McCullough picked it up as he was sweeping around the right-hand side. So Bombers 3rd down, goal to go from the 3. They'll turn, they will fake, and a pitch out, Ryan Ben, touchdown. Boy, he just waltzed in. The Frederick Bombers faked it into the Lax. There is a flag, though, I do believe, on the play. Yeah, they're going to get holding against the Frederick Bombers. So that's going to cost the Bombers right there. They had the touchdown, but holding will be the call on the Frederick Bombers, or it's legal procedure.
5 yards.
Okay, you're right, Mike. I can, when I step back, I can't see down there, and it is a legal procedure, so you may have to help me out on that end. I'll help you when they get out on the south end. Mike at the 9. 3rd down and goal to go for the Frederick Bombers to erase the touchdown run by Ryan Ben. Bombers, again, with 3:45 to go first quarter, no score. McCullough drops, looks, throws in the end zone, and incomplete. I couldn't see everybody and stood up in front of me, so I couldn't see whether it was intended for Cliff Ballard. Fell incomplete, so the Bombers face 4th down now, 4th and goal to go.
4th and goal for the Bombers.
So this will be anybody's call at this point, folks. I know McCullough's the quarterback. On a 4th down, they'll turn, pitch to Ryan Ben, trying to sweep outside, and a flag down. Well, tell you what, dead ball foul, illegal procedure against the Frederick Bombers. They haven't got a call yet tonight. In this drive, that is 3 penalty calls on the Frederick Bombers tonight. And, wow.
5 more yards.
All right, that'll be another 5-yard penalty, and Chan Floyd will check in. I don't think that he's going to try one. Let's see. Nope, they're going to split him out wide to the right. So 4th down and goal to go from the Bombers, and it's about the 15-yard line. My goodness. Boy, the flags have really flown on the Frederick Bombers since they got out deep in this territory. All right, McCullough rolls, throws in the end zone, intercepted. By number 27, brings it out of the end zone. 5, 10, 15, and will be tackled at about the 15-yard line. Young on the interception. Bombers had 3 penalties in that drive. One of them erased the touchdown, as they call legal procedure. Then the illegal procedure when Ryan Ben was sweeping around the right side. They carried out to the Outlaw 18-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the mark penalties. 1st and 10 for the Marlow Outlaws. Wishbone set. again for the Outlaws. They'll turn, pitch, trying to sweep around the outside and hit and dropped at the 20. So maybe a 2-yard pickup. Leave number 51, that'll be Clay Johnson in on the stop. Number 27, the man who made the interception a while ago, Jason Grantham. Had it backed about second and goal to go from the 3. Had a legal procedure called 2 or 3 times in a row. All right, second down for the Outlaws. They will run the option, trying to get outside the quarterback, hit and dropped at 27. And that's 33, Cheyenne Clark on the tackle for the Frederick Bombers. He gets out to the 27, about 28-yard line. Bring up third down, about a yard needed. That was just the option to the right. Bombers used up a lot of clock, drove down the field, and then couldn't punch it in. Miscues. Wishbone set. Third down, just about a yard needed for the Outlaws. They'll turn, pitch to Newby. He's hit in the hole and pushed back. He'll probably have the first down, but he was met squarely. The line of scrimmage and then pushed back. And
Lax made the stop.
number 51, Johnson, Lax, all in on the stop. They're going to bring the chains from across the way to measure. Looks like he's going to have enough for the first down with 1:44 to go here in the first quarter as they bring those chains in to measure. We remind you that the Oklahoma Sooners, Texas Longhorns shootout for the Cotton Bowl, Dallas, Texas comes your way tomorrow on KYB. So be sure to join us. 2:30 kickoff tomorrow afternoon, and OU versus Texas. Need I say more? First down by the length of the football for Josh Newby, but boy, if it'd been any more than that, he wouldn't have made it because he was met right squarely in the some of those other guys in on the stop for the Frederick Bombers. The first and 10. Ball right at the Outlaw 29-yard line. Opening drive for the Frederick Bombers went a naught. Long pass downfield. It is complete to number 86, and he'll be run down from behind by Todd Mattoon and finally tackled at the 15-yard line. That was Newby's pass to the tight end, number 82, and he just was wide open. He caught it in stride over his shoulder and was tackled by Mattoon. Ball will be at the Frederick Bomber 13-yard line. First and 10 for the Outlaws.
13-yard line, first and 10 for the Outlaws.
Had to tap him on the shoulder to get him sit down so we could see where the play was. I'll help you now, Coach Hagee. 56 yards on the pass completion for the Outlaws. Quarterback Birch will give to number 27. He'll lean to about the 10-yard line. That was Jason Graham, young man who carried the football for the Marlow Outlaws. Moves it to the 10. Bring it way on over there. Won't affect us. Second down, about 6 yards needed for the Outlaws. They'll line up in the wishbone. They'll turn, pitch to number 33, sweeping around the right-hand side. He is hit and knocked down near the 3-yard line. That was Matt Elroy, the young man on the carry, to just about the 3-yard line when they had it down at the 3-yard line.
I think we better run it in.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. No score. It is a 0. First down. I thought it was third and goal to go. Anyway, third down, just about a yard needed for the Marlow Outlaws. Ball inside the 5. They'll give to the fullback and number 27. He'll get enough for the first down. Probably got to about the 2-yard line. Josh Grantham, young man on the carry for the Marlow Outlaws. Come your way at 10:30 tonight. Scores from around the state, so be sure to listen. Ball right at the 1-yard line. First and goal to go for the Marlow Outlaws. Quarterback keeper leans in and then, yeah, they finally said he got in. Boy, that was a late one, too. Finally, the hands went up way late. All right, touchdown for the Marlow Outlaws. All right, the try for extra point going at the north end zone. Number 96 will try it, snap his back. The ball is down. The kick is in the air, and I believe he nailed it. Yes, he did. Number 96 kicked it through for the Marlow Outlaws. There's not a 96. Yeah, there is. Darryl Schwab is the young man who kicked it through. Timeout. Outlaws lead 7-0. We'll be back. with Bomber football in a moment.
God will kick off for the Outlaws. Dean and Smith keep for the Bombers.
From there, all set to kick off is Schaub again. Back deep will be Ryan Ben and George Mitchell. Mitchell will field it at the 15. Mitchell to the 20. Hits up inside and will get out to about the 30-yard line. Goes George Mitchell to about the 29 anyway. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Frederick Bombers from that point. Number 33 down on the kickoff coverage. Matt Elroy on the kickoff coverage for the Outlaws. Be 1st and 10 at the 30-yard. Wideouts to this side for the Frederick Bombers. Two young men split out wide to the right. McCullough will give back inside to Ryan Ben. Ryan Ben trying to get to the corner and can't, and tackle at the 30-yard line. Tackled laterally by number 10 and number 50 as they were Johnny on the spot. Chad Choate led the way for the Marlow Outlaws. Greg Travis. All right, second down, about 9 yards needed for the Frederick Bombers. McCullough finally pulled it out of the grasp of number 1 Ryan Ben as he was hit at the line of scrimmage, spun around and lost the football up in the air and then regained it, and will get to about the 36-yard line as the wind begins to pick up out of a northerly direction and a little crisper wind and a little with down. They got to get up to the 40-yard line. Ball just upfield from the 35-yard line. McCullough looks over that Outlaw defense. Now he'll raise up, throw the pass, incomplete. Intended for number 28, Gayton. And it fell incomplete, so it'll bring up a 4th down situation. Bombers must punt the football away. Jody Briscoe will snap it back. On the money, Jody. He'll snap back to Ryan Ben. Excellent snap. Ben will get the punt away, and it's a dandy. High kick. Newby calls for the fair catch and makes it. The Outlaw 26-yard line. Well, good high kick by Ryan Ben. Good coverage by the Frederick Bombers. The Outlaws will have it. From 26-yard line. That's a 38-yard punt from the toe of Ryan Ben. They'll break their huddle. Straight wishbone set again for the Outlaws. Number 25 split out wide to the right. Barry Chapman. This is the wishbone set, and they'll turn and give to the halfback running back inside Newby, and he is busted. Number 51, Clay Johnson, met him shoulder pad to shoulder pad and tackled him at the 25-yard line. Lost 2, and it'll bring up second down 12. Boy, the sophomore linebacker, number 51, Clay Johnson, really hit Newby right after Newby took. All right, Outlaws, second down. Quarterback will drop, looks, throws, incomplete. Tried to hit the wideout, number 25, Chapman, on a down and in. Falls incomplete, and it'll bring up third down. Third down and just about 12 yards needed. 7-0 again, Outlaws. Bombers catching 2 Class 3A powers back-to-back. Plainview and Marlow. Boy, the wind's kind of picking up rather brisk now out of a northerly direction. The pitch to number 35, trying to sweep around the right-hand side, and is hit and dropped after he got to the 25, 26, maybe the 27, as he picked up only about 3 yards. It'll bring a 4th down and a long 8 for the Marlow Outlaws. Mattoon over there, with 2 or 3 other Bombers, but Mattoon. Chapman sets up to kick the ball away for the Marlow Outlaws. Snap is back, good shape, no rush. Return set up by the Frederick Bombers. They'll be fielded and dropped and fumbled and picked up and fell on. My goodness gracious. That was Gayton, who had everybody on both sides of the field standing. That'll bring the hair up on the back of a coach's neck. Be 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line for the Frederick Bombers. Their own 33-yard line. Pretty nice kick into the wind for the Outlaws that time. Chapman All right, Isham will go to the sideline. They've got George Mitchell and Ryan Ben behind McCullough. McCullough will turn and give to Mitchell, and Mitchell will get to near the 35-yard line. They'll give him a gain from the 33 to the 35. It'll be, well, from the 32 to the 35. Picked up 3, and it'll bring up. Bombers facing a second down situation. They will fake to Mitchell. Option. Pitch to Ryan Ben. Cuts upfield. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Stepped out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds at the 20-yard line. McCullough ran the option back to the short side of the field. One person over there. They got around the corner, and Ryan Ben streaked down the sideline, was pushed out of bounds at the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Frederick Bombers at the Outlaw 21. Maybe it's the young man that pushed him out of bounds. Oh, Ryan Ben high-stepped it down the sideline once he got that corner turn. 44-yard run by Ryan Ben. Dyke Clark in the ball game. Or Dyke Crane in the ball game. McCullough, option. Pitch to George Mitchell. Mitchell trying to get outside. Hit and drop at 25. Newby that time kept Mitchell from turning the corner.
Newby made the stop on Mitchell. Lost on the play.
Loss of 5. It'll bring up second down. 15 yards needed.
Second and 16.
About out wide to the left along with Webb. Ballard tied in on the right. Backs run together. McCullough all by himself. Now he throws downfield. Touchdown. Touchdown by, caught by, who's that, Webb? Great concentration by Webb. It was tipped, and he stayed with it. The backs run together. Ryan Ben and George Mitchell were in the backfield. They ran together. And McCullough kept presence of mind, rolled out to his left, found Webb in the end zone or streaking forward at about the 2, and the ball was tipped. Webb with presence of mind to make the catch. Super catch by Jeremy Webb. Try for extra point. We could be tied, and I believe we are. Yes, we are. Timeout on the field. We're tied with 6:42 to go in the first half. Frederick 7, Marlow 7. We'll be back in a moment. Webb caught it. Good catch. Ryan Ben will kick off. We're all tied 7-7 here in the first half. Ryan Ben will kick off with the win. Josh Newby, the deep man for the Marlow Outlaws. Also back deep is number 10 for the Outlaws, Chad Choate. Back deep. Ryan Ben approaches it and kicks off. Kicks off to the other guy, didn't name, and that's 33. He'll field it at the 1, 5, 10. Comes back upfield at the 15, 20, and push back at the 24. That's Elroy. McCullough on the tackle. Todd Mattoon on the tackle. And number 7, Donald Lax on the tackle. That happened right down here, about 2 years younger than I am. All right, wishbone set. Got the wide out, split out to the right-hand side. Quarterback will set from the wishbone. Stand-up throw, complete to number 25, and hit immediately and dropped at the 40-yard line. They ran slant in that time with number 25 complete out to the Marlow Outlaw 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Mattoon made the tackle. I know it was quite a question mark for Coach Jones. How much could the Bombers be up after last week when they played Plainview? Now flag come flying in.
And there's flags on the flag.
We'll wait and read this flag for you. Dead ball foul, illegal procedure against the Outlaws, so that'll cost them 5.
Against the Outlaws. Put it back to
Did you see anything?
35-yard line.
I didn't either. That's the official that made the calls down a moment ago, and this time it went against the Outlaws, so I'm not saying anything about that. But I didn't see anything, and this official down here made the call. 1st and 15. First the eyes, then the hair, right? I'll be bald-headed in a couple of weeks. Quarterback will set the offense, stands up, pops those. It's complete and hit and drop. As the Outlaws going to the air, and that pass is complete to Newby, hit by Todd Mattoon. Out to the, that's going to be at the Frederick Bomber 49-yard line, another first down for the Outlaws. They went the passing route. Outlaws start a man in motion. They will give to the fullback and got some running room. Number 27 breaks some tackles, ran out of the 2 or 3 tackles, and finally tackled at the Bomber 27-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10 for the Marlow Outlaws. Poor tackling by the Frederick Bombers as he ran right through 2 or 3 of the tackles at the 7-yard line. Well, Outlaws with double wide out to the right. Start a man in motion. Quarterback will option, is grabbed by the jersey, got away from that, and will run upfield and finally be pushed out of bounds. Had a shot at him in the backfield. Somebody did, grabbed him by the jersey. He ran through that tackle. Ryan Ben's going to get credit with the tackle. Also, Isham over there.
2-yard line, be second and about 5.
Picked up 5. Let's see. No, inside the... Trying to find a yard marker. 25 ball is right at the 22-yard line. They'll run and give to number 33, hit by Whitworth, and he got out of that tackle and now pushed back. Elroy is after he gets to the 20-yard line. They unfold. They'll mark it.
Johnson and Isham made the stop.
All right, we're going to bring up 3rd down and about 6 inches. 3:53 to get the yard line. The wind continues to pick up out of a northerly direction. The big flag, it's in the north end zone, standing straight out now. So the wind picking up and a little brisker than it was. Pitch to number 33. He'll have the 1st down. Has his feet cut out from under him by Ryan Ben. That was Elroy on the carry. He got 1st down, though.
1st and 10 Outlaws. That's the play in the first half. Score tied.
We're all tied, 7-7, with 3:11 to go here in the first half. Quarterback fakes to the fullback, drops, throws a pass intended for number 86. Incomplete. I guess it was incomplete. I can't tell. So bring up 2nd down and 10 yards needed. Did you tell? I can't see anything for all the people that stood up. Anyway, the pass was intended for the tight end, number 96, Daryl Schwab, young man Schwab, that is, and the pass fell incomplete. Just off his fingertips. Red River Shootout, Dallas, Texas tomorrow. Well, we got a lot of it for you. Double wide out to the right-hand side for Marlow. One guy in the backfield. Quarterback drops, pumps, now throws in the middle, incomplete. Pass interference on Lax, number 7.
That's in case of Elroy.
That would have been one that you'd definitely have to question, was it catchable? They're going to call pass interference on number 7 on Lax as they got their feet tangled up at about the 5.
For the Outlaws.
All right, 1st and goal to go for Marlow. Ball on just about the 8-yard line with 2:57 to go in the first half, tied 7-7. Full wishbone set now for Marlow. They will come to this side, option. Quarterback cuts up field, touchdown. Carried her in. Number 14, Robbie Birch. They ran the option that time to the left-hand side, and Birch was hit, wasn't wrapped up. And at about the 3 or 4 yard line, just put his hand down, went on into the end zone, lunged for the end zone, made it in. It was set up by a pass interference play on one that would you definitely question, was it catchable? And second, both receivers were going after it when their feet got tangled up. So it's just one of those calls that high snap from center. They'll have to go for 2. Rolling out, trying to go in at the corner. And he got in. I have to wait for the people to tell me. I can't tell from where I'm sitting.
That's again for a 2-point conversion, and the Outlaws lead 15-7.
So the score is now 15-7. And
Nickel and Ben will be deep for the Bomber.
we're we're back with you and set to kick off 15-7 the score. Outlaws on top. That was a high stand from center. The holder grabbed it, went around the left-hand side. I had to wait to let the crowd tell us. Kick is to Mitchell. He'll field it and will return it back up across the 35, cuts back and reverses his field, and we'll get to about the 35-yard line. Ran laterally at the 30, trying to find some more running room, and finally tackle at the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Frederick Bombers. That's Ryan McCullough will turn and give to Isham, and Isham will get to about the 40-yard line. Isham got from the 35 to the 40, so pick up about 5, then bring up second down, 5 yards needed.
Kramer and...
Right. All right, the Bombers all set on offense. Second down, 5. They give to Ryan Bent. Ryan cuts outside. He's got a nice pickup. He picks up 4 as it is. If he cuts out to his right, he's got all types of running room. Cut right back into the flow from the defense. Picked up 4, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 1. Bombers face 3rd down and just about a yard needed with 1:33 to go for halftime. McCullough option cuts up in the crease, and 1st down, Jay McCullough to the Frederick Bomber 48-yard line. Goes Jay McCullough, 34 on the tackle for the Marlow Outlaws. That's John Brammer, young man who just on the tackle, trots off the field. And to the right. McCullough rolls out, good blocking up front. McCullough throws and threw it right toward 2 guys in blue that could have picked it off. He lays it up a little bit. Webb's got it for some running room.
Thompson and Young defending against Webb.
Stop with 1:11 to go before halftime. McCullough will roll out again. Looking. Now he throws it in, and it's complete to Hilburn. Hilburn 45, 40. Tackle at the Outlaw 37-yard line. Goes Greg Hilburn. That'll be enough for the 1st down. That'll stop the clock while they move the chains with 1:02 to go before halftime. And Webb and Gayton will check in for the Frederick Bombers. They'll roll the clock. Before the chains were ever set, they roll the clock. All right, McCullough will turn and give back inside to Isham. 40, 35, 30 goes Isham. Isham tackled by number 22 at that point.
Once he made the stop.
Jeremy Young on the tackle. Hilburn will be split out wide to the left. Second down and just about 2. McCullough rolls out, looks, throws, incomplete. So the Bombers will face 3rd down and about 2. That pass intended for Chad Floyd fell incomplete. Bombers got some timeouts left. Should have. 3rd down, just about 2. McCullough drops, looks. Now he throws into heavy traffic, tipped up in the air, and almost intercepted by Marlow. 12 seconds now to go for halftime. And the Bombers face 4th down and 2. Barry Chapman. Webb. Gayton without wide to the left. 1 back, and that is Ryan Bent in the backfield. He'll block. McCullough drops, throws. Intended for Webb. Incomplete. Could be. No call. They got strangled up, and boy, the Frederick fans across the way want a call. They're not going to get it, though. So Marlow will take over with 6 seconds to go. Ball at home 30-yard line. Marlow 30-yard line. See if they're just content to run out the clock with an 8-point lead, and they probably will be. Yep, take snap, put 1 knee down, That's going to be the end of the first half. 2 seconds, 1 second. That's it. Marlow leads at halftime by the score of 15-7. They lead by 8 over the Frederick Bombers. We're going to pause for these words. Joe Dean will have some music for you. Then we'll be back with Mike Hagan. He'll have those halftime statistics, so be sure to stay tuned. Really a good rivalry through the years. We're still waiting for the Outlaws to come back out here for the kickoff. In southeast of Marlow Stadium, and we sit here in the press box and see the lightning very vivid back over in that direction. All right, Schaub has it teed up. The Bombers are back deep, standing at the 5, and we're ready to start the second half of play. They approach it, and there will be a return. This one squibs along the ground, and Mitchell is going to pick it up and try on the return. Loses some ground. Now he will reverse his field and be tackled at the 5. That was a spinning kick along the ground. It just went all over the place. So Bombers will have it at their own 5-yard line. Boy, poor field position to start the second half. Some days you should have stood in bed, Coach.
Close to the goal line. 6-yard line.
First and 10 for the Frederick Bombers from their own 6. They trail by 8, 15-7 in this one. McCullough will turn handoff to Ryan Ben. He'll scamper, get outside, stiff arms the man. That guy grabs a hold of him. He'll get out to the 15-yard line. Good run by Ryan Ben. Stiff armed one guy, and that guy reached up and grabbed his jersey as he scampers down to the 16-yard line. Nice run by Ryan Ben of 10. Gives the ball on with Gayton. Gayton also split out wide to the left. Ball on the far hash mark across the way. You turn and hand off to Ryan Ben, and he'll twist his way out across the 20 to about the 21-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of nearly 5 yards for Ryan Ben. Raymer made the stop, give him 4, long forward, and bring him second down and a short. Hilburn and Smith split out wide to the left. Split backfield with Isham and Ben in that backfield. Now McCullough's going to roll out. Good block by Ryan Ben. McCullough just tucks it away and will turn upfield and get to the 25. He'll be near that first down. That's a good run by Jay McCullough just to tuck it away and come on upfield. It'll be third down and about a half a yard needed for the first down. Good run by Jay McCullough on the left-hand side. Some pretty good licks hit up by the Outlaws right at the Chad Floyd split out wide to the right. Third down and just about a yard. Bombers will turn, give to Isham, and he'll have the first down. They push him back, but forward progress will be enough for the first down out to the Frederick Bomber 37-yard line. Lots of blue shirts pushed him back. Isham had that first down.
Isham carried the ball. Connor made the stop.
At the other Bomber 6. They've driven out to the 27. 2 first downs. McCullough will drop the pass and looks and pumps and now throws across the middle and completes to Ballard and Ballard to the 35-yard line. So the tight end pass for the Frederick Bombers went from about the 27 out to the 35. That'll be a pickup of 8, and it'll bring up second down, 2 yards needed. Nice pass. Number 85 just lumbered with it after he caught it. Big tight end for the Frederick Bombers. Dyke, Crane in the slot on the left. Gates split out wide to the left. The fake, pitch, turn, Isham sweeping right side will have the first down and then pushed out of bounds. The Frederick Bomber 39-yard line. That was Isham on the sweep around the right-hand side. They got the first down. That'll move the sticks across the way. 8:49 to go in the third quarter. Once again, the Outlaws by 8, but the Bombers starting. Crane split out wide to the left. Gayton split out wide to the right. McCullough, straight up pass, complete to Gayton along the far sideline, and Thomas just with 2 or 3 pretty nice moves picks up 7 by himself. It's up to the 47-yard line. Will be a second down, about 3 for the Frederick Bombers. That's a good play. Just McCullough just stood straight up and he stood. All right, facing a second down and 3 yards needed. McCullough, option. Now he pitches it, and 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25. Ryan Ben, 20, and let's see. I don't know where. We'll wait. We'll wait. They ran right down in the corner where we can't see, so they're saying it to 15. That was a nice run by Ryan Ben. Boy, I tell you what, Jay McCullough jerked the string on that one right at the end. The way that you would do it, just went to the corner, just kept it. Finally, somebody had to do something, and when they did, the 6'2 senior laid it off to Ryan Ben. He's down at the Outlaw 15-yard line. McCullough stands straight up, pass is caught, and let's see, where to? They'll be inside the 10. That was Gayton with an acrobatic catch again. Boy, bounced off his hands, bounced off his fingertips, and then finally grabbed. Bring up second down and 2 yards needed as Chad Floyd split out wide to the right. Anything's run down the left-hand corner, folks. We can't tell you a thing. McCullough, keeper, touchdown. Whoa, what a play by the 6'2 senior. He faked to Ryan Ben. That's that play that I've seen Jay McCullough run the last 3 ball games now. And when I say that everybody in the ballpark is faked out, they are, folks. McCullough cut up in a crease that 2 18-wheelers could park beside and raced in from the 9 for the touchdown. Just a great run by the fine senior quarterback, 6'2", senior quarterback for the Frederick Bombers. Going to take a timeout. Bombers going to take a timeout. See if the Bombers going to go for 2, trailing 15-13, trailing by 2. They'll break their huddle. McCullough, I will not probably be able to see, folks. They'll have to do something here. They give inside, let's see. They have not indicated anything yet. They say it's no good. Extra point try is no good as he did hand off to Ryan Ben. It looked like Ryan clamped down on that for Jake. That happens with Ryan so much.
He tried to pull it back out.
Thank you very much, Joe. And Bombers trail by 2, 15-13. Got Friday night finals coming up at 10:30 tonight. The scores from around the state. We'll have Let's Talk area football tomorrow morning. We'll be down in Mr. Burger with Core Sue Kitchens and the gang. It'll be brought to you by Jeff Patterson, your New York Life agent, and by Oklahoma Natural Gas. Here's Ryan Ben's kickoff. Short high kick will hit and bound and be picked up. And on the return, the Outlaws 33 finds a little crease, gets some running room from the 30-35 out to about the 36-yard line. That was Elroy on the carry and Lax on the tackle. All right, here come the Outlaws. They now lead by 2, 1st and 10 for the Marlow Outlaws. Straight wishbone attack. Bomber defense looking. Quarterback drops. He's under a lot of pressure. Throw down the middle. It's complete to Newby. Oh, they barely got the pass away. There is a flag, though. Wait and read the flag. Could be holding. It is. Holding against the Outlaws. So they're going to bring her back. Holding against Marlow. Well, the quarterback just got it away before he was leveled, and I believe that was Whitworth. It's either Whitworth or Woodall. That pass went down to Newby and was complete to Newby, but it'll go for naught. What goes around comes around. 15-yard penalty stepped off against the Outlaws, or 10-yard penalty stepped off against Marlow for holding. It'll bring up a first and it's about 25, isn't it, Coach?
Off left on the...
That's more than 20, isn't it? I know it's what it's supposed to be, Coach, but that's more than 20.
About 21.
Yeah, 22. Anyway, be handoff inside, and Outlaws will get maybe to the 26 or 27. Only about a 2-yard pickup. I believe Isham, or Lax, that is. Number 77, Pie Lax. Not responsible for anything when they wear these white jerseys. All right, facing a second down now. It's about 20 yards, yeah, for the Marlow Outlaws. They give back to the outside and hit and dropped as they tried to run the reverse. Elroy, the wingback, boy, the Bombers, they ran this twice tonight, and the Bombers have really defended it well. Another loss, bring up third down, and about here to Rush Springs for a first down. But back now inside the 25 again, near the 24, so it's third down in a bunch. They've got to go all the way out to the 42 for a first down. So 20 yards needed. Quarterback will drop, looks, tries to set up a screen, does, and almost intercepted by big number 78, Carlos Baker. Baker had it hit him in the hands, and he dropped it. But in all fairness to Carlos, Carlos was hit from behind as they tried the screen, and big Carlos Baker at 6'5" was waiting and almost picked it off. Boy, a big guy would have loved that, wouldn't he? Senior year, 6'5", 250. Wonder what he'd done with it if he'd have caught it. He may have ran through that hedge down on the other end of the field. They're going to punt the ball away, fourth down in a bunch for Marlow, and he'll get the punt away. Kick that is fielded by Mattoon at the 40, 45. Frederick's going to have pretty good field position, 50, and knocked out of bounds at the Outlaw 47-yard line. So the Bombers have got it in Outlaw territory at the 47-yard line. Good field position for the Frederick Bomber offense.
The Outlaw 48-yard line where it'll be first and 10.
Field position at least across midfield in Outlaw territory. Hilburn split out wide to the right. McCullough will option to the right, running down the line of scrimmage. Now he'll cut into the crease on the keeper and get to the 45. It's only about a 3-yard pickup for Jay. That play went laterally with a lot of lateral pursuit for the Frederick Bombers, were laterally running as the Outlaws really got out in front of that and just kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it to the sideline. Webb's going to be split out wide to the left. Bombers face second down and 7. They trail by 2, 15-13. Raised up, throw the pass. It's complete to Gayton, and Gayton will get a little bit of yardage. In fact, down about the 40-yard line. I thought he stepped out of bounds, but he didn't. All the blue guys in blue just kind of slowed down on it, and they're right in the middle of all those folks across the way over there. We're trying to see. Ball is at the 40. Bring up third down and 2. Three Bombers. Anyway, George Mitchell and Isham in that backfield. McCullough will roll out, runner pass, looks, now he throws it, it's complete to Hilburn. Hilburn spins around and gets to the 30 to the 29-yard line. A nice pass from Jay McCullough and a tremendous catch by number 11, Greg Hilburn. To the Outlaw 29-yard line goes Hilburn. He'll have the first down. Ryan Ben's not in the backfield. They've got Mitchell and Isham standing over with a split backfield. McCullough drops, pumps, looks, throws downfield, and must be incomplete because nobody said anything. Neither side said a word, so it must be incomplete. That was on this sideline and down the field, down past 30-yard line. We can't see a thing.
The name is Jason.
Thanks. He goes down the sideline and run out of bounds inside the 20. That was number 40, George Mitchell, ran through two Outlaws and stayed inbound, got out of another tackle and raced inside the 20-yard line to the Outlaw 19. A great run by number 40, George Mitchell. Bombers have it first and, first and 10. All right, now they're going to, well, he said first and 10. Now they're going to move the change. First and 10, the Outlaw 19-yard line, 2:39 to go. Here in the third quarter, Bombers trail by 2. But what a run by number 40, George Mitchell. The corner picked his way for the first down. All right, McCullough turns, gives to Isham. Isham with a little crease to the 15-yard line, maybe the 14-yard line. Number 88, I believe, on the tackle, Allen. Fine to the left. Chad Floyd will be on a wing left. Now he's going out. Option, quick pitch, reverse, Floyd turns the corner. 10, 5, touch, nope, didn't get in. Almost got in. They ran the wingback reverse with Chad Floyd and pitched it, and Floyd got to the corner and turned the corner, got down to inside the 5-yard line. I thought Chad was going to be able to dive for it. An Outlaw player is hurt. That is number 96. That is the guy that kicks off and kicks extra points, Daryl Schaub. Young man injured. Looks like it will be a wheel or a leg. Be first and goal to go, ball near the 5. Boy, what a call by Coach Jones and the staff across the way as everybody was really down in tight for the Outlaws. They come with the reverse off of that with Chad. Chad turned the corner. I thought that he was going to be able to get into the end zone at the 5 when his feet slipped out from under him, and also a lick by the Outlaws. Had he keep Bombers all into the wind. They'll have the wind in the fourth quarter. McCullough will set the offense. McCullough rolls out, runner pass, looks, and it's going to be dropped. Had no one to throw to, and looks like he may have lost yardage as he tried to sweep around the left side. Yeah, he did. Going to lose back to about the 8. So bring up second down and goal to go. No, near the 10. Second down, goal to go from the 10-yard line. They tried to roll out. All right. The ball is on the hash mark to the near side, so I can't tell you much. Try to, though. All right, they're going to go that way to the left-hand side. That is McCullough. And McCullough picked up about 3.
About the 3.
Oh, carried down to about the 3.
Maybe.
Yeah, about the 4. So it'll bring up third down and goal to go, ball near the 4 or 5-yard line for the Frederick Bombers as they face third down with 46 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And timeout? Timeout taken by the Marlow Outlaws as the Bombers face third down from about the 5. We'll be back in just a moment. Have a breather, I think. And get out of this one. All right, facing a third down situation. All the crowd from Marlow standing.
Watch out for the motion, gentlemen.
So McCullough on third down at about 5. A McCullough pass into the end zone, incomplete. Tipped away from Ballard and tipped right by his helmet. It flew by Ballard. Well, now it faces fourth down and 5, the Frederick Bombers. Ooh. You bet. Good play by the linebacker for the Marlow Outlaws. He tipped it, and the ball flew right by Ballard's helmet. All right, into that wind here in just a few seconds. So it is a fourth down situation, ball at about the 5-yard line. And McCullough, the blonde, standing right in front of me. McCullough throws the Utah pass, touchdown. What's the deal?
Illegal.
That's all right, Mike. Legal procedure again against the Bombers from the same official. Call another touchdown back.
Against the Bombers.
And that's Diet Coke all over me. Oh, it's wet.
5 yards.
Did I call it or not?
That's the second touchdown call back against the Frederick Bombers for the illegal procedure. They run the Utah pass for the touchdown. That's about the 10-yard line. Okay.
Dale, that was thrown after the play was underway.
Yeah, that was, you're right. All right, we'll go again now. 4th down and 10. That's 2 touchdowns called back by Frederick. McCullough throws incomplete. So Outlaws will take over. Nothing new. When this is all said and done, remember now 2 touchdowns taken off the board for illegal procedure called by the same official, and that is the official on the Marlow Outlaw side. Just remember that. Mark it down. All right, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Outlaws. Ball near electrocuted here. I've got Diet Coke all over me. A scorekeeper here.
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, Dr. Pepper, okay. Scorekeeper got a little excited there. 33 seconds to go before the 3rd quarter. We all thought we had a touchdown, and sure enough, we didn't. That'll just be a straight handoff by Marlow and picked up maybe 3, bring up 2nd down 7. Boy, that has to be disheartening for the Frederick Bomber offensive unit. 16 seconds, 15 seconds, 14 seconds to go. Find that amusing, right? That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter, so now we're going to get out and the end of the field that I can see fairly well, folks. Anyway, that's the end of the 3rd quarter, 15-13, Outlaws on top. We'll be back in just a moment. I got to dry out. Now, ball is at the Outlaw 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for 2nd down. 2nd down, 8 yards needed for the Marlow Outlaws. As we get underway with the 4th quarter, Bombers trail 15-13. Option by the quarterback, gets out, cuts into a crease, and is hammered at the 17. For 77, Ty Lax just got introduced to number 14. Whoa. Robbie Birch, the first down Outlaws, got to get out to near the 20-yard line, right at the 20. Got the ball near the 17. 3rd down. Now they are going into this north wind. Bombers had 2 touchdowns called back tonight. They trail by 2, 15-13. Wishbone, option, pitch, 33, keeper, 1st down, breaks into the secondary, and will carry all the way out to the 37-yard line. That's number 33. Lax finally made the stop, but folks picked up that 1st down, and good tough running by Elroy.
37-yard line.
We always the Marlow Outlaws. They're going to split 25. Barry Chapman out wide to the right. Straight wishbone set, tight end on the left. Oh, typical wishbone lineup there. Option, quarterback drops, arm is hit. Ball is loose, on the ground, incomplete. Arm was going forward. Good call by the official. Oh, a great pass rush from the backside. Is that Whitworth? This time 1 back set for the Outlaws as they face 2nd down and 10. The flag flies. Delay a game against the Marlow Outlaws, so that'll bring up 2nd down and 15. So from the 37, it's going to be marked back to the 32. Ooh, that's only a 4-yard penalty.
2nd and 15 for the Outlaws.
Should be 2nd down, 15 yards needed. Unless double wide out situation for the Outlaws again. 1 back behind the quarterback Birch. And Robbie will set the Outlaw offense, and he will look to pass, pumps, throws, go down the middle. It's complete to 33. Right in between about 3 Bomber defenders.
45-yard line of Bombers is complete.
At the Bomber 45-yard line.
It's 1st and 10 for the Outlaws.
For that one to be complete, ball fell into the hands of number 33 for the 1st down, Matt Elroy. So 1st and 10 for the Outlaws. They'll run the base play. Keeper, quarterback cuts into the crease, and we'll get to the 43-yard line. 33, Cheyenne Clark, 51, Clay Johnson. Spun him around at that point. Picked up 2, and it'll bring up 2nd down, 8 yards needed. 2nd down, about 8 yards needed for the Outlaws. Bomber defense needs to rise to the occasion, get the ball back. They trail by 2, 15-13. Quarterback turns, gives to newbie number 19, and he's pushed back after a yard. He'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Baker down to the bottom of the pile, 78. Also number 68 for the Frederick Bombers. That's Woodall.
3rd and about 7.
Wind blowing out of a northerly direction. Marlow driving into a northerly wind. They'll start a man in motion to the right. Quarterback will run the option. So the halfback pass, got a man downfield. And is it complete or incomplete or what? Incomplete, bring a fourth down. That was the halfback pass. And Isham, I believe, was on the coverage, wasn't he? Wasn't it Isham?
Isham defended.
Isham defended, okay. Outlaws fans wanted pass interference. They got 2 or 3. What else you want? Sit down. All right, I can't see. That's why I asked them to sit down. Anyway, they'll kick into the wind. The ball at the Frederick Bomber 42-yard line. Snap is back. Good shape. He will punch kick it. Lax almost blocked it. He'll go into the end zone, I do believe. Where are they going to kill it at? I can't tell you nothing except they may have killed it. Oh, it bounced straight back. All right, well, the Outlaws made a pretty good kick out of it there. It'll be killed on about the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Frederick Bombers, about 99 yards away. And they've already had one drive. I'll do my best to tell you what's going on. People standing up in front of me. McCullough will take the snap. I know that. May have got a safety. Yep, sure did. Is it a safety? No, it's right on the goal line. Very close. It'll be 2nd down goal to goal at about our 2nd down and about 11. And that's on the 6-inch line. I thought the reaction by the Marlow defense, or the Marlow folks here in front of me, that the defense for the Outlaws got a safety. So let's see. A runner straight ahead. That may have been McCullough just on the quarterback keeper. Anyway, going to get a little breathing room. Well, Ryan Ben on the carry. Okay, out to about the 4, so that'll help. Now the Bombers face 3rd down and just about 7.
3rd and 7 for the Bombers.
Seat right in front of me, and I can't see a thing. All right, McCullough. Take the snap.
Quick pitch to Ben.
Quick pitch to Ben, and he'll try to sweep around the right side. Let's see.
Like he's short.
Probably going to be short. Where are they going to? It's going to be 4th down. Yeah, 4th down about 2.
Appears to be about 2.
So
Deep on about the
Josh Newby deep for the Marlow Outlaws.
7-yard line.
Facing 4th down and 2. 7:24 to go here in the 4th quarter. Outlaws by 2. Good kick by Ryan Ben. Newby makes the catch at the 48 and covers up. Now will return to the 40-yard line.
Back to the 40-yard line.
My memory has to go back to 2 touchdowns taken off the board by legal procedure. Straight wishbone set for the Marlow Outlaws. Bomber defense will be called upon to make something happen. The option by the quarterback. He pitches to Newby, 40, 35, and going to be run out of bounds near the 30-yard line. That was the option pitch to Newby as they ran that one to perfection on the option. Isham's going to get credit with the tackle, but they take it to the Frederick quarter. Bombers again trail by 2, 15-13. Single setback for the Outlaws. They have not turned the ball over tonight. They run the option again to Newby, and Newby will be pushed out of bounds.
Carries the ball.
And where? We'll take the PA announcer's word for that. Clark. Outlaws 2nd down and about 8 needed. They'll have one back in the backfield. Quarterback will give to number 27. He's trying to go outside. Nowhere. And boy, at time, Shea Woodall and 77 Pine Lax was reading the mail and tackling the Outlaw ball carrier at the 25-yard line. That was number 27 on the carry. 18 to go.
Pass for Newby and from the cross.
All right, Coach Hagee called a pass. Let's see what happens. Facing 3rd down and 10. Quarterback hands off, base play, and tackle at the 20. 4-yard line. So Lax on the tackle, only a yard pickup, 2 yards pickup, and it'll bring up 4th down and 8 for the Outlaws. 5. All right, facing 4th down situation, Marlow Outlaws, and timeout taken by the Frederick Bombers. So timeout with 5:32 to go in the 4th quarter. We'll be back in just a moment.
In the football game.
See what the Outlaws have called. Coach Agee says pass again. And he's right. They drop, big rush, tackle. He's going to be hit and dropped. And 68, Shea Woodall just smothered the quarterback back at the 29-yard line. Bombers will take over. He was all over Birch. Birch never had an opportunity. 68 just smothered him at the 29-yard line, so the Bombers will have it 1st and 10 on 29-yard line with 5:27 to go in the 4th quarter, trailing by 2, 15-13. Bombers got plenty of time. Little equipment problem. Official timeout for equipment. Now they got it set, so Bombers will run the play. Mitchell and Ben in the backfield. They'll turn and fake and pitch to Ryan Ben, trying to sweep outside. 30, 35, 40, and rolled out of bounds at the Frederick Bomber 45-yard line. That was Ryan Ben. Option left, sweep around the left side, and he got out there, turned the speed on, and we'll get to the Frederick Bomber 47-yard line. Nice run, nice option, nice pitch by Jay McCullough tonight. Had 211 last week. Hilburn checks in. All right, split backfield once again for the Frederick Bombers. 1st and 10. Quick pitch to Ryan Ben. He'll try to get to the corner. Needs a block and will not get it. Only get to about the 49. It's going to be about a 3-yard pickup for Ryan Ben. That was just one of those deals that not many people out there to block. More blue shirts than there was white shirts. So 2nd down, about 7 yards needed. Bombers have got to get out. Webb's going to be split out wide to the right. McCullough will fake, option, pitch to Ryan Ben, trying to get to the corner. 50, and we'll get to the Outlaw 47-yard line. That time the Outlaws got out there and defended it, made Ryan Ben cut back up field instead of letting him get to the corner. It'll bring up 3rd down and nearly 4 yards needed for the Frederick Bombers. Big 3rd down. Ballard tied in on the right. Wide outs to both sides. Quick pass, flag down on this side. Legal procedure is going to be called on Frederick. So race to 1st down. There's the flag laying down at 35. So it'll cost the Bombers 5. Started too soon.
That's the first time we've been...
Yeah, that's the first time we've been able to see it, and it was the right call. 3:48 to go in the 4th quarter, 15-13. Bombers trail by 2. They need to pick up 1st down. McCullough, no, the guard around with Lax, and he's going to be dropped. 96 was waiting on it. They went on the fumble Ruski or guard around, and they had it smelled out as 96 was there waiting on it. It'll be 4th down. 4th down and just about 9 yards needed, so the Bombers have the ball back at their own 47-yard line. Bob. 4th down. 3:10 to go, 4th quarter. Bombers need a 1st down on 4th and 10. Big rush from behind. Now McCullough throws downfield. It's complete and hit immediately, but 1st down at the Marlow Outlaw 31-yard line. That was the number 20, Chad Floyd. So 1st and 10 on a 4th and 10. Bombers call a pass play, and McCullough threaded the needle to Chad Floyd. And what I liked about Chad, number 20, he just caught the football, knew he had the 1st down, wrapped the ball up, knew he was going to get hit, didn't want to fumble, and just went down with it. Made sure he had the 1st down. McCullough, deep drop, throws, caught, touchdown Bombers. What a catch, what a catch, what a catch. Oh my goodness, what a catch. Who caught it? I'm trying to see. Is that Gate? Is it Gayton? I can't tell. He caught that between two defenders. What a catch. My goodness, what a catch. Gayton on the catch. He was between two defenders. One defender was in front of him, and the other one just downfield. And they thought that the ball had been knocked down. They stopped, and Gayton come running out of there with it for the touchdown. 19-15, Bombers by 4. Floyd, snap, flags are down. What a catch by Gayton. My goodness gracious. And you got to give credit to Jay McCullough on the pass. Dead ball foul, offsides against Marlow. That'll move it to the 1.5. Bombers may want to call timeout and talk about it. Coach, you may want to go for 2 now, right? Get the ball to the 1.5. Yeah, they're going to go for 2. They're sending in Hilburn. I believe they're going to go for 2. They'll re-huddle. That'll move the ball to the 1.5. Half the distance. Yeah, Floyd's throwing a tee out there, going for 2. Frederick Bombers will line up and go for 2 after the offside. McCullough sets the offense for the Frederick Bombers. Turns, gives to Ryan Ben. He got in. Yes, he did. I knew he was laying in the end zone with it. They better give him the 2 points. Anyway, 2:41 to go in the fourth quarter. Now it's 21-15. Bombers by 6. We'll be back in just a moment. It was the pass.
I'm sorry for hollering.
No, that's okay, Mike. The pass, it was the flat pass that they've thrown all night for 8 to 10 yards. This time, Gayton hooked up like they were going to throw the route, same one, the little short pass, and then run for it. And he just, as soon as the defender broke and come up, he took off down the sideline. Coach Jones told me 3 weeks ago, said, Dale, we're going to run this, and we're going to run this, and sometime in some ball game, we're going to run it where the guy goes on and turns upfield, and we're going to lay it up down the sideline. He did. He completed touchdown. That's a great call by that man standing right over there, win, lose, or draw. He made the right call. Ryan Ben will tee it up and kicks it off high and deep and down the middle, and it'll go into the end zone and out of the end zone. He'll be brought out to the 20-yard line. So now it's up to the Frederick Bomber defense to see what they can do with 2:41 to go. Bombers are up by 6, 21-15. Sure I do.
You're going to need Stevens back here.
All right. Defense being shouted by the Bomber fans across the way. 1st and 10. Outlaws at their own 20. Quarterback runs the draw. 20, 25, 30. Cuts back and dropped at the 45-yard line. 25 yards, quarterback draw. A draw by the quarterback to Graham. Carries out to the Marlow Outlaw 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 at that point. No huddle. 2:32 to go. Bombers got too many men on the field. Somebody's got to get off. There goes Ryan Ben. Now at the quarterback. Fakes the draw this time. Drops, throws, wobbles, downfield, picked off. Intercepted by the Frederick Bombers. I can't tell. Was it 28 that got it, Mike? Yeah, it is. It's Gayton. That pass was thrown wobbly into the wind, and that's one of those floating ducks that's just kind of hanging around, okay? And Gayton just drifted over under like a center fielder and picked it off. And it'll be with 2:17 to go in the fourth quarter. Frederick Bombers are on top 21-15. All right, the Bombers have the football. Clock running. We're under 2 minutes. McCullough takes his time, will set the offense, and he will turn handoff to number 77, and he'll just power for a couple, maybe 2 or 3, and timeout taken by the Outlaws with 1:49 to go in the ball game. They trail by 6 again, 21-15, 1:49 to go in the ball game. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
with a minute and 49.
Young men up for 2 weeks in a row emotionally to play with this type of hype and this type of intensity. All right, with a minute 49 to go, Bombers face second down and just about 9. And Outlaws jump, no flag. They give to Mitchell, but one of the Outlaws moved on defense. And they take a timeout. Well, they got away with one right there. There is a timeout taken by the Outlaws. It'll be 3rd down and 9. But there's another superintendent, Southwest Oklahoma, that's doing a ball game. This very same place that spilled a cup in the press box just like that. McCullough rolls out, throws for Ballard. It's incomplete. Just off his fingertips. That'll stop the clock. It'll be 4th down situation. Ballard was open just off his fingertips, and so Bombers must punt on 4th down. So the Outlaws will get the ball back. So Ryan Ben must punt, because that stopped the clock, the incompleted pass, and they wanted it to keep running it.
For the Bombers.
Snap is back. They'll come with the big rush. They do. He'll get the punt away, and a good one. Down to Newby. Newby fumbles it, kicks it around, rolling, I see it, and drops at the 16-yard line. That was the guy that snapped it, Jody Briscoe, down on the coverage for the Frederick Bombers. That punt went over Newby's head, and he finally fumbled it, kicked it around a little bit, and finally fell on it, and Jody Briscoe was there. Boy, that's good. That big senior, just perfect snap every time, and then get down on that with a minute 19, a minute 18, minute 17. Quarterback will set the offense. Everybody stands up in front of me. He drops back to pass, big rush. Lax hits him, pass falls incomplete. Boy, Lax just leveled the quarterback. He and Shea Woodall, after the pass was thrown by Robbie Birch, 77 and 68. They met at the quarterback. Bring up 2nd down. That'll stop the clock with a minute 6 to go. Again, the Bombers lead at 21 to 15. 1-yard line. For sure, they're going to be looking for the draw play. Outlaws like to run that draw. And they fake the draw. Quarterback drops, throws across the middle, picked off. Ryan Ben, 30. Ryan Ben, 25. Ryan Ben gives up some ground, trying to get outside, and just runs out of bounds at the 25. He ran laterally across the field. So Bombers will have it with 54 seconds to go, and the ball at the Outlaw 24-yard line. Many of the Outlaw partisans starting to make their way out of the bleachers. Oh, it's been a good one, Mike. One of those that... yeah.
Kneel on the ball.
Tell you what, you like high school football, you'll love this one. Man, oh man, what a ball game. Clock will start to run. Nope. 54 seconds after the ball snapped. They're just going to kneel it down, Jay will. And he'll take the snap, touch his knee down, and that'll start the clock running. Marlow without any timeout, so the clock will roll with 47 seconds, 46 seconds, 45 seconds. Many of the Bomber fans across the way applauding the Frederick Bombers. 2nd down and 13, but that's all academic. The clock is running, and the Bombers have got the football, and they're going to win this one 21 to 15 unless something happens. And I don't think anything's going to happen. As Jay's just going to take the snap and touch the ball down. Many of the Frederick Bomber fans are the players across the way hugging each other. Really proud of this one. Now the Outlaws jump off side.
We'll play at Purcell next Friday night.
The Frederick Bombers next week, Coach?
Dixon at home.
Dixon at home. Okay. Thanks for keeping these statistics for me, Mike. Really appreciate it very much. John Stevens should be back with us next week. But I want to relate my story again. Another superintendent, Southwest Oklahoma, was also in this press box and spilled a cup on just about the same type of thing. So 5 seconds, 4 seconds, that's going to be it. Frederick Bombers are going to win it. They're going to be undefeated. And for 2 weeks in a row now, they beat the number 2 team in the state. So how about some some of the folks that are involved in the voting and in the polling give the respect to the Frederick Bombers, the coaching staff that they rightfully deserve, and that's the number 2 ranking in the state outright. Again, 2 touchdowns called by accident by the Frederick Bombers on illegal procedure plays, but they do win it 21-15. Now, we'll have all these statistics for you tomorrow morning at Mr. Berger on Let's Talk Area Football. Joe Hilburn will have Friday night finals coming up, and that'll be at 10:30, and that's about 39 minutes now. And we'll have all the statistics, and we'll talk to the coach and everything like that tomorrow morning at Mr. Berger, so be sure that you join us for